yo, I'm strictly dickly, okay? Hey y'all, it's CamDaDon here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today, I'm gonna be giving y'all a story time about the time that a stud was obsessed with me. Yes. Full disclaimer, I'm not gay, I'm not bisexual, none of that. But at the time I was curious, okay? Okay. A few years ago, like back in 2019 and 2019-20, I was working at a store called Goodwill. This girl, she didn't come right away when I was working. I started working I started working that summer. She didn't come until, I'm gonna say, like that fall winter. And you know, I was chilling. I was one of those workers that was like very on top of shit. Like basically if the boss wasn't there and the managers were there or not, I was like either working with the managers or I was basically assigned to tell the co-workers what to do, blah blah blah. Even though I wasn't a manager or assistant manager, they treated me like one. And I mean, I was flattered, but I didn't know any better at the time. I was thinking, oh, I don't need to have the pay match up with what they're doing to me. I should be able to do this regardless. It's part of my job. Girl, bye. I'm responsible for myself and myself only, okay? Now, if I was a manager, that would be a different story. Basically, I was giving like minor manager duties as a regular sorter. Sorter is like sorting through like merchandise, basically good, like donated shit. Anything that's donated, I gotta sort through that before it goes on the floor. Anyways, I was working with this person who was hanging up clothes. Now, this person who was hanging up clothes, it was this older black woman, and she was my favorite person to work with. She was really nice. You know, she was like old school Southern, so she was so, you know, she had like a little stutter, and she had like dentures in her mouth, so it would be so cute when she would try to talk and explain things. She was like my grandma at work. And there was this other dude that came. He became a new sorter. Like, he was new and he was cool. I mean, he said he did like bingo and shit outside of work or whatever. So he had like a little job outside of work. So he was, you know, he was doing his shit. And I liked working with him too. But at one point he was giving me a little like weirdo vibes because he had a crush on everybody. And he was very sexual and very, like, it's like one dude that you would know or seen before that would act like that, and it's just untasteful and very you gotta just avoid that person altogether. But you know, I was very nice and people liked me in that job, so I dealt with it. You feel me? Goodwill hires a lot of special people. Like, I'm not gonna say special ed or retarded, that's the wrong term. It's more like a specially challenged or challenged people who come, and they no matter if it's depression, anxiety, social anxiety, antisocial, ADHD, autism, Down syndrome, whatever, they hire anybody and anybody. They have like a form you fill out just in case if you do have it, so they can accommodate you of what's going on. And I worked with around people like that mostly. Other people that were normal was really in the back or the cash register. The people who were on the floor putting up clothes were either the elderly people or the challenged people, okay? And my responsibility was to go out and make sure that stuff was organized and make sure everything was cool. So basically going after them, which was very exhausting for me. I miss it now, but not then, okay? It was something. It was something to get me by. I wasn't in school, so really my life was dedicated to that. So it was cool. You know, the people were funny as hell in the back. Like, it would crack up jokes, you know. They gave me nicknames, you know. It was nice. It was cool. It was like family. Now, fast forward. We're in like fall going on winter, and this new girl comes in. She comes in, she's like shorter than me, like almost by my shoulders, and she's on the wider side. Like, I know I'm wide, but she's wider, so it's like a sack of potato. I really should. It's like Mr. Potato Head sack, like just round. And she was sagging, which wasn't making it any better. And she had an oversized shirt. Cause we had like red polos, and she had an oversized polo. She had waves in her head, and she always had a haircut done, which was, I'm gonna give her respect for that. Her hygiene was cool. She never had a smell. She was cool. When we first met, she was very like socially awkward. Like she's very quiet, very like that's how she would move at work, and it would be like, "Are you okay?" Like that's how she would move. Swear to God, it's like her movements are very like loud-ish. Like not even, is it even loud or silent? I don't fucking know. Her moves are very silent. She's very silent. She's just a silent person. So I first thought she was a little weird, like something was off about her. And I was like, oh shit, here we go. Another person that has something wrong with them. She came in there, and her name was, I'm not gonna say her name, but it was one of the Disney princesses. Yeah, that's her name. She wasn't ugly. Like if I was to experiment on a girl, it would not be her. I think she had anxiety or something. I think she had like social anxiety and something else. Maybe she had a little autism, because there's like minor and major of a disorder. So she kind of gave me like off, but like I still dealt with her because like it wasn't severe, it wasn't too much. It kind of blended in with her personality, so it was very hard to notice from other people's, but on my end I could tell, because something wrong with me too. I got anxiety, so I could tell. It's like an animal sensing that their owner has something wrong with them type shit. So it's kind of like that. Once she started getting to know certain people, she started to loosen up a little bit. Before, she used to be very awkward. Like she was working on the floor because she had some type of common sense to know where to put shit. So not like the other people that just put shit randomly. Like you put a men's button-up shirt in a kids section, like that's the type of shit we dealt with. Okay, it was normal, it was cool. But every time when she would come around me, she would get like, I don't know if she was getting nervous or what the fuck, but it just felt crazy. Like I would feel it on her, you know what I'm saying? I would sense it on her. And I was like, you good? Like I would be asking her, you good? You good? Because like, damn, you know what I mean? Never had that shit around me before. So hanger that I was working with, she said, yo, what's up with so-and-so, the girl? And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, she's so like awkward, and then when she's around you, she gets nervous. Does she like you? And I'm like, let me tell you something, girl. I'm not that way. If she likes me or not, that's your business, but I don't feel the same. Okay, so no. I said I would never date anybody at work, because no, I never tried it. I don't think I'll ever will, unless my husband is at work with me. Other than that, I can't. That's unprofessional, and that's just distracting for me. Like, my boyfriend is my paycheck. Do you hear me? Girl, I get excited for my paycheck every week or every other week. I look forward for it. I work for it. I sweat blood and tears for it. My nigga, what? We work together. That's my money. That's my boyfriend. Me, the stud, the bingo guy, the stud kept staring at me, and I was like, what the fuck? Like I could feel her staring, and I wasn't staring back, but I just kept feeling her staring at me, you know what I'm saying? And then when I'll glance, she'll do this right here. Oh shit. He was like, looking real crazy. The guy whispered to me, and he was like, hey, why does that stud keep coming back here? Like, she keeps coming back here, and she's not putting up any clothes. She just keeps walking back here randomly, and she's not working. She's not looking like she's working. She's just wandering around, and she keeps coming up to our table. So what's going on? And I was like, dude, I don't fucking know. You asking the wrong person. Like, I'm minding my business working. You know what I'm saying? And she would always walk up to our table while I'm sorting clothes and while he's hanging up clothes. And he would tell her, like, the clothes aren't ready yet. What are you doing back here? And the boss would be on her dick, like, yo, like, go back to the front. Like, look busy. What are you doing back here? You don't work back here. What are you doing back here? The only time you come back here is to get clothes, and the clothes aren't ready, so go back to the front. And she would say, okay. And she'll walk back to the front, and she will find her way back in the back. And that shit would be so funny to me. Because I was like, she really looked like a lost puppy, for real. I asked her, I was like, so, I asked the stunt girl, I was like, so do you like somebody in here? Because you keep coming to the back and you look all nervous every time you come to the back. She was like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What? I don't even, like, acting, but we're lost, brand new. And I was like, okay, I guess. Can you keep coming back here and you come to this specific table? Like, I was like, yo, do you like a girl back here? Like, do you like the boss? Not the boss. Do you like the blonde hair girl? Because the blonde hair girl be back here sometimes, like, chilling with us. So she was not answering me. She's like, and the bingo guy was saying that he liked her. So he was like, I like her, so I don't need that girl to like her anyway. Like, just being all sassy with it. Eventually, the bingo guy asked her one-on-one, who do you like? And this girl said she liked me. And I was like, oh, fuck, here we go. How am I about to turn her down nicely without hurting her feelings? So I kind of played it all cool and acted like I didn't hear shit. And she eventually came up to me and, like, she would, like, be in my bubble. Like, I would have these big, tall containers called duros, and they would have, like, donation clothes. Like, at the donation door, when somebody would drop something off, they'll put it in. I mean, the guy that's working at the donation door, he would put the donated stuff inside that big container and roll it over to me to sort through. And I work like at two duros every other hour. Like, it's like, you know, when you work in a salon and you're supposed to at least have like 3 to 5 clients a day, and you have to time yourself to get the money. Like, it's kind of like that. Like, I had 2 clients, 2 duros every hour, every other hour. I'm supposed to have a certain amount and I'm putting on a checklist how much I did. The girl, oh, I can turn damn, I should have turned that brightness down a long time ago. I'm over here trying to figure out how to turn this brightness down. But anyway, she eventually told me, like, yo, I like you. Like, I got it out of her. And I was like, what the fuck? So I told her, I said, I gotta think about it. I gotta think on it, because I was curious, but at the same time, she's not ugly. It's just she's not my type. So I didn't want her to feel bad. So I was like, you know what? Give me some time to think about it. So she left, and she was just excited as fuck that she, like, got it out. And I was like, here we go. And here go the grandmother at work. She says something in between the lines of, oh, look at you, girl. You look like you got a boot. You got a boot thing now? And I told her, I said, no, ma'am. We started cracking up, bro. That was my grandma at work. I'm telling you, like, I miss her. I hope she didn't pass away, bro, because she was up in age. She did look like a little walking corpse, but we're not going to talk about that. Eventually, I came back to her, like, a few days later. I came back to her, and I was like, you know, we can be, okay, I said we could be cool. We could text. We can start texting, like, talking. You know what I'm saying? Talking stage. And see how it goes. Now, I said, when we're talking, I don't want it to be too overbearing, too flirtatious, because I said I'm curious. And I don't want you to get your feelings hurt if I don't want to be gay or bisexual, because I'm in a curious stage. Like, the talking stage, you don't know if you're dating or if you're talking. You know, you're still trying to get to know the person. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to get to know my sexuality, like I didn't know at the time. So I was like, give me some time, because if you, like, pressure me, I'm going to, like, steer away and not want to. And if you give me time, I might consider it. But right now, I'm trying to chill. Like, I'm not trying to. And then the next few days, she started following me to lunch. Like, she would get the same lunch as me, or she would follow me to, they had, like, a Wendy's and a Jack in the Box, Taco Bell nearby. And I would always walk to Jack in the Box because I was closer. This girl started following me to Jack in the Box. The fuck? So I would beeline to Kroger, because there was a Kroger next door. I would beeline to Kroger and get me some health food. I didn't give a fuck. Get me some fried chicken or something. Because I'm like, dude, I'm not walking to Jack in the Box with this girl. Like, no, that's not what it is. Like, give me some time. My nigga, I never done this before. You know? I said, at the time I used to say, oh, I could probably be attracted to a female, but I wouldn't do anything with a female. Like, I wouldn't have sex with one. The most I would do is hold your hand or kiss you. That's it. I wouldn't have sex with you. That's how it was back then. Now I know my sexuality. I'm straight as a I'm strictly dickly, okay? Yeah, she would start to follow me, and she would sit down and lunch with me and text my phone on some obsessed shit. Like, she'll be like it started off sweet, and then eventually it got wild. It will start off innocent as, oh, hey, good morning, how did you sleep? I'll see you at work or whatever. And then it was like then it started getting into like so when are we gonna go on a date? So when are you gonna kiss me? So when are you gonna and I'm like, didn't I say we gotta get to know each other? You don't even ask me when my birthday was. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, yeah, no. This not gonna be cool for me. So I broke it down to her and I said, yeah, this not gonna work out. You know, I appreciate the interest, but it's not gonna work. And she just was having a meltdown. She was having a meltdown. She was texting me on my, like, blowing my shit up, and I blocked her. I didn't tell her I was gonna block her, but I just blocked her. That's all her. It got awkward now because now we at work and she has this girl talking to her in the cafeteria, like the lunchroom. And the girl, the woman, she looked professional. Like, she looked like maybe it's her therapist or something. Because she had this female come in, and I would question, like, who the hell is that? And people will say, oh, it's her therapist. It's her therapist. And I didn't really know if it was true or not. But she'll be at the lunchroom, sitting in the middle of in the back, by the wall. And the girl would talk to her. And I was like, does she have a therapist at the job right now? I said, nigga, did I hurt you that bad? You got a whole ass therapist? Or this has to do with your situation, your disorder, whatever you got going on? Because I was just like, I thought about it. And I was like, no discrimination, but I don't want no girl or no man that got a disorder like that, for real. Like, no disrespect. Because I don't know what's gonna happen after if I turn you down or I don't want to be with you no more. You gonna fucking try to off yourself or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get that blame on me, bro. It's not gonna be like that. I don't want that guilt on me. I didn't do you like that. You was like that before me, and then I just probably added on. But you need to cope. You need to learn how to figure this shit out. You didn't need to have me in the first place. You have shit going on. But anyways, y'all like this hair? I'm gonna take my glasses off in a second and show y'all. But anyway, more of the story is it started getting real awkward. She got real silent, she would come to the back to get to the racks and she would have like a sad face and I would be like, what the hell? Like, it was so funny. I'm not shit because I was laughing. Real shit. Because I'm like, did I really hurt you like that? For real? I said, damn. I said, you're not going to make me look like the bad guy. You're not. You're just not. You're not. Because I warned you before. I warned you at the beginning. Okay? Everybody heard me warn you. Like, listen, I'll figure this. I'll see. But if it's not what it is, if I'm not confused anymore and I know what I am and it's not with you, you know what I'm saying? People are telling me maybe she was the wrong person to experiment with. Maybe you need somebody else. I said, no. I don't even need nothing. I don't need nothing. I'm straight as fuck, okay? Straight. Okay, like I said, I can't see you sexually. So why would I even waste your time? Okay? And in the end, did she leave? Or did she quit? I think she left. I'm not too sure. I don't really remember that part, but we had new workers and shit like that. And eventually the new management had left. All of them, bro. And I was so mad because I was like, dude, I almost became assistant manager because of them. And then they're leaving now. New management comes in. They're telling me I have to work for it and shit. And I'm like, work for it? I was supposed to be it already. Like, this new assistant manager you have, Miss New Boss Lady, is supposed to be me, not him. Who the fuck is this? Who is this crackhead? More of the story is, I know what I am. I didn't know what I was back then, but now I know what I am. And I hurt a stud's feelings. She got obsessed, and I had to cut her off. Sorry. We were better off being friends, but she didn't want that. She wanted something more, and I was curious, but that was my fault too. It takes two to tango. But I broke away from the dance, you feel me? Anyways, that's the end of this video. If y'all like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. You know, if my Don's not at us, be yourself. Okay, if you don't be yourself, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Y'all see this hair? I did this hair for the first time, my first pixie cut ever. I know it looks kind of weird right now because it is kind of crispy right here. I need to put more foam and smooth it out. The front is like a straight bang. I need to straighten it out a little more. It's supposed to be like like something like this, like rounded out a little. Yeah, you feel me? I cut this at 2 a.m. in the morning, so it's not gonna be perfect.